Hey guys, so I've got a few video clips I've just been editing. Got to do a little intro for it. It's the process more or less of me putting this rope gasket on this Alpine camshaft wood stove. Footage is a little rough. It was a long day, it's 13 or 14 hours, so I was going to edit it down, but I kind of left it. You see the good, the bad, and the ugly, I guess. And I still have to do an update in the daylight for my little shack here. Everything's been at night. By the time I get off work, it's pretty much dark, so maybe this weekend, if it's not raining. It's been pouring all week. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope it's not too punishing. Some of it's a little bit hard to see in the dark. I've only got a headlamp happening, so. Alright, hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I am gluing on some gasket to my Alpine camshaft stove here. So I have the gasket. This is actually self-adhesive gasket. It was the thinnest I could find. And I bought a thicker gasket that didn't work, so I'm using this adhesive anyway. I don't know if they're going to conflict, but hopefully they work. So I got a couple little sticks here for some clamping pressure. I just covered with some green tape. And then I have little binder clips. So that is what we are doing. I thought I'd bring you along for the ride since I haven't filmed anything in forever. Okay, so this one is going to go here. So this one has to be. Hopefully this works. I saw someone on YouTube doing this. I think he glued his, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I think he glued his onto here. It was quite wider. This stuff's actually quite thin. So I'm going to try to put it on the door. Might be a tiny little bit long. So it's not going to make it completely airtight, which is fine. I don't think these are actually designed for it. I'd like to be able to get it 5 or 6 hours, like a good burn, so I can get up maybe once in the middle of the night. That is the goal, anyway. My winter shanty is pretty much complete. Well, I got to build the door tonight when I'm done this. So I want this to dry overnight, and then I'm going to top was outside. I had a tarp on it with some bent sticks, but it had a pinhole anyway, so it got a little bit of water in there. So I'm gonna just wire wheel that off. I got some high heat paint, just the top. So when I'm heating up water and stuff, I'm not getting rust. It's rubbing off on everything right now, so. Need a minor upgrade. I was looking at stove polish, but this is already painted, so. Other than that, the rest is in good condition. Okay, so now doesn't like to be cut very much, I'll tell you that. Anyway, 'tis what 'tis. So these little sticks need to be shortened up. Shall return momentarily. Safety glasses. So I haven't posted too much, but I also have not really had much internet. I did have some other video filmed, but some of it got deleted, unfortunately. Okay, that should do. This one is going to be difficult. I don't know if I can do that one. Anyway. This is self-adhesive, but I thought I'd get some of the other adhesive as well. Hopefully this works. No guarantees. Well, I shall keep you posted. I only came across a couple guys who had successfully done this on YouTube that I came across anyway. Okay, so hopefully my door will close. It did in my test. Don't know if I'll be able to get to the command. Oh, what a week it's been. Oh, so smart, eh? Put the tape on. Put it to the gasket side. It's real smart. SMRT. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna work here. Oh well. I have to do I might have to just count on that self-adhesiveness. Okay, so this should be fine. So I'm supposed to go at the very bottom of the door. Okay. Tomorrow I should give you a little tour of the finished shanty. Yeah, this needed to be a little bit lower. That should just make it at the bottom. I'm going to pull these off and see. The self-adhesive feature actually seems to be working quite effectively. Okay. Well, it works. Well, the door is a little hard to close. I'll have to do a slight modification. Can we bend without breaking it? I can also grind this down a little bit. That doesn't seem too remarkable. Me and my bright ideas. Snap! It lived. Okay, so it does close. We're going to need a slight modification on this baby. Oh, shit. So it shuts all right. Rivet. Damn ordinary cabinet makers. It's not doing anything. Well. Don't really want to ping that off. Heated it up, it smelled better. Well, hopefully I don't just pry this off, everybody. That's a little bit better. Still a bit tight. Okay, that is better. Oh. Hey Mike, why don't you do a video on how not to modify a wood stove? So, I would not call that ideal. It does work. Okay, so that looks like we're going to get a pretty good seal. Whether that is going to be a good or a bad idea, well, that remains to be seen. Giving my stove a little haircut. So I don't know if these are going to burn off. Theoretically, they would. Oops. Okay, well, we'll just do this one now. Yeah, that one needs a little bit more. Okay, now ideally, probably want to close the door and smash this gasket down. But I'm worried it's going to squeeze through and hit the stove and give me problems. So I'm going to leave it. So I didn't really need my clips that I wasted $5 on. Boink. Okay, so. All right, we're going to leave this overnight. And I will update you guys tomorrow. Tour the shanty. All right, part 1 complete. Well, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this. I'll I'm in my little shanty shack. Just on my little hooks up. I'll do a daytime video. I got my stove going. Get that temp up a little bit. I'll have to update you on, I put a gasket around the door here. Seems to be working pretty good. I haven't tried an all-night burn yet. That smoke stay in there. Tonight's like 9 or 10 degrees out, Celsius. So it's quite a bit above freezing. So I probably won't do an all-night burn. Let's see, I've got a bunch of cedar here that is drying out. It's seasoned, but kind of brained on my pile. I didn't cover it. Anyway, so yeah, I'll update you on this gasket. It seems to work pretty well. It went on really easy. It's not terrible looking. It does stick out a little bit. So aesthetically, not amazing. This doesn't even seal totally. So even though this stove isn't designed to be airtight, it's not airtight, but the door is a lot tighter. So it's one less thing to worry about. I do have to switch my chimney outside, this T. The male part should always be going down, so your creosote doesn't drip. So my T, of course, for my cap, anyway, my one pipe had upside down, so the stupid rain cap fits on it. I gotta flip the T around. I bought a little 4-inch coupling so that the rain spark arrestor rain guard will fit on. So stupid, all these parts. Anyway, so far it's been working pretty well, but I did have some creosote leaking out. So I'm used to a straight pipe with this elbow. It does cool down quite a bit outside, so. And I could actually get rid of the T because I wanted a clean out on the bottom. I could actually probably replace it with an elbow. Might be a little bit better, but anyway, so that'll be one little task. You guys can see, so my little bed frame, I just put this little frame on the front because my pillows kept falling off. So my head will be here near the stove. I was originally going to have my bed along this wall, but I have a baker's rack to go here, and I was going to run it this way, but it kind of blocked it off, so I'm probably going to put it on this side. Not sure. There's my dresser. I got clothes that are going to get hung up. It's not very big. It's like 90 by 11 and a half. So kindling. I have some extra Reflectix left over. It's from my cooler liners, and that is from my camper build. So I'm probably going to put some. I like to do this back wall and probably the side wall where I sleep, and maybe even have them slanted a bit just to kind of contain the heat where I'm sleeping. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to line the whole roof. I mean, so far the fire's doing a pretty good job here, but it's, I've only tried it out since it's been 2 or 3 degrees above zero. But I have slept in my tent when it was -2 or 3. So yeah, my little shanty shack. I'll have to do a daytime update. Temporary latch. I wanted to make a double latch that went like this, so that I can have it closed on the inside, outside, and then I can also put this on the latch on the outside so my door will stay open a little bit. It's partly for my shower. So what you guys can see here. Oh, probably not too much. I'll have to do a daytime. But yeah, so right now it only latches from the inside. So it's probably going to replace that. I got ideas. So see, there's my little chimney. So yeah, I got it trimmed out, mostly just to hold the tarp in place. Sorry, my camera's giving me a glare. I can't see. So yeah. Trim. Here's my tea. See the main cap. Not really. Anyway. Yes. And then my little door. probably the worst video to watch ever. Anyway, so yeah, so far bone dry. And not a bad little shack. Oh, it's warm in here, baby. Close the door. So yeah, here I'll stand in the corner here, get an idea for how big it is, and not how big it is. Not a ton of room. I'll probably edit this out. It's probably very painful to watch. So yeah, lots more little things to do. It's not too big, but it's cozy. Oh yeah, the heat shields are working out really well. I should bring a lamp in here, sorry. I'll do a daytime update, everybody. And yeah. So it's a cozy little shack. I'll do you guys a daytime update. It's the heat shields. I have some extra cement board. I might put some up here above the stovepipe. So far it actually does not get hot at all here. It's very cool, which is good. Behind my heat shield is totally cold. So my only concern is a little bit here, which is this poly. I did one layer of poly and one layer of tarp. It's actually pretty cool. So I'll have to keep an eye on it, but so far it seems good. Clearance to my bed is it's almost 30 inches, so from the actual stove, not the rack. 27 or 28. So it should be good. I can always put another heat shield there, but I'd kind of like the heat to get through to my bed. So my feetsies might be coldies, but some reflectives. Hopefully I can bounce the heat back and forth. I want to get a little eco fan. I do have an electric fan because I'm still on. I do have access to a small amount of power. And so if you blow it toward the stove, the hot, dense air tends to radiate back out. I did a small test the other day, but I only had a piece of plastic over the door. My door wasn't up. Works pretty well. I'm going to get this dropping down here. Need a little bit of wood. Just going to let you guys go, and I will update you with the lights on. So have a good night or day whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you soon. So I started filming a video the other day. It's been a few days now. Putting this gasket on my Alpine camshaft stove. Sorry for the light. I haven't put a lamp in here. I just have my headlamp. So I did put a gasket around the stove door, and it does seal pretty well. So much so that I actually had to bend this little tab here ever so gently. So it seals up pretty good, and at night I've been damping it down on the damper, and then I've been leaving the door about, if you can see this, there we go. I'll edit this anyway. Maybe, there we go, about that open. That'll be all the way closed, that'll be all the way open, so maybe it's open about a 1/2 inch, 3/8 maybe. It's my little eco fan. And I was able to get about a 5.5 hour burn. Well, I woke up, I finished stoking it at about 11:30 or 11 o'clock, and I got up about 4:30, and there was still a very good bed of coals and a little bit of a remnant of the log left. I had there was 3 pieces. They were about 4 inches in diameter and about 6 or 7 inches long. They were maple branches. They were really dense. So I have, sorry, it's been pissing rain for days, and so I just been making sure this stuff's really dry. I've got a big chunk here for an all-nighter. So I think your choice of wood for an all-nighter really matters. There we go. Now we have something to look at. Oh, Sparky. So yeah, my gasket worked out pretty well. So if I can get a 5 or 6 hour burn, I'll be pretty happy. If I gotta get it once in the night and stoke it. Yeah, it wasn't super cold temperatures, maybe 6 degrees out Celsius. It's actually been quite warm, but we have dipped below 0 a few times this year already, so now is before I got my wood stove happening. It's pretty chilly few nights. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated on the gasket. I do have some, I'm not sure if this video, I started filming when I was doing it, but it was 13 or 14 hours of working at work and then on my stuff that day, so I looked pretty rough. It's probably a bit of a rough video. I'm going to edit some of the footage and I'll see if I can string something together for you guys. But yeah, so far, 5/8 by 1/8 rope gasket, self-adhesive, and I did add an extra bead of the adhesive. I bought another, a 3/8 gasket to try, but it was way too thick. Anyway, so I ended up getting the adhesive out of it. Well, you can buy them separately. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but if I can stoke once a night, that's pretty cool for me. I don't know if I can get a full 8 or 10 hours out of it, but that's okay. A solid 5 or 6, I can live with it. Alright, I'm going to do some editing, and I will see if I can get this video uploaded for you guys. Peace!